Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing a lifted Toyota Tundra. This one is a more baseline Tundra, so this is an affordable lifted pickup truck. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Brent Brown Toyota here in Orem, Utah, for giving me some time with this truck. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So powering this Tundra is the standard 3.4 liter twin turbo V6. It goes through a 10-speed automatic transmission. Power outputs with this are 389 horsepower and then 479 pound-feet of torque. Now before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you're going to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, even though this is a more baseline truck, it does have some cool options. You guys can see the front camera there. Notice how the grill is all blacked out. You got the fog lights there at the bottom. And with the lift and everything, it has a really cool front end stance. Now, taking a look at the tire and wheel setup, it is 35 by 12.5 by 18 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see fuel wheels with this particular setup. And yeah, pretty aggressive mud terrain tires, if I do say so myself. But yeah, it looks really good, and there's a little bit of negative offset with the truck, as you can see, so the wheels do poke out. Not an insane amount, but they do poke out a bit. I mean, you can see the back end there does poke out a bit. Now, this does have a 3-inch suspension lift. It's from Torque. I reviewed this with another Tundra, and it drove really well, actually. We'll drive this one to kind of see the difference between them. But yeah, it does give it quite a bit more height, and then you guys can see the side steps have been added to this to make getting in and out of the lifted truck a little bit easier. But taking a few steps back, you guys can see this one is the double cab, I'm pretty sure is what it's called, so the smaller cab configuration, and then has a slightly longer bed. So definitely an interesting look with the lift there. But yeah, the Tundra with 35s, that's where it's at. The Tundra needs at least 35s. And here's a quick look at the longer bed. It looks like this one also has the composite bed, which is another nice option to have from the factory. But yeah, plenty of space here in the back, and the tailgate's always easy to get up in the new Tundras. And then I just want to quickly show you guys the cab here. So one downside with this cab is legroom's a little bit more cramped. Headroom's the same as any other Tundra, it's just the legroom space. And then this one has the nice seats with the camo print inside. And then a quick look up front. You guys can see you got like soft touch here, which is nice. Blind spot warning with the mirrors. And again, that same theme here with the seats, got the camo print there. And the side steps do help out quite a bit with getting in to the truck, so that's nice. And, ooh, mostly analog gauge cluster with this one. But this one, interestingly enough, has the larger infotainment system, and it's got the 360 camera, so if I put it into reverse, I've got the door open, so that's why the camera view is weird. But yeah, you got the full 360 in this one, dual zone climate, you got heated seats. I mean, you've got the normal 4-wheel drive system with the new Tundra. It's got all the stuff you could ask for, and the shifter in the Tundra. Let me know what you guys think about this. I keep going back and forth on whether or not I like it. Anyways, here's the window sticker for this lifted Tundra. So you guys can see it's a more loaded up SR5, so yeah, premium package and all of that. But there's total MSRP on the truck, $57,721. And then you can see the accessories added to this truck. So yeah, 3-inch, they call it the 3-inch lift package. But you got the lift, the wheels, the tires, the side steps, blacked out emblems. I guess you get PPF on some of the stuff, and window tint. So there's your total price on this, $66,716. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors, you do a blind spot warning. Throughout the rest of the rear, everything's so close on the smaller cab. Is it double cab? Did I get it right? Yeah, it is double cab, so I did get it right. But let us set off in the Tundra. See how this performs with the lift. And so first off, I know a lot of people are going to give me crap about saying this is affordable. They're going to be like, $66,000 not affordable. Most of the lifted trucks that I review brand new are $80,000 to $100,000. Now, I'm not saying that they should be that expensive, but that's how expensive the MSRP prices are on them with the lift and everything. So this being under $70,000 for a lifted truck, yeah, compared to everything else that I review, it's more affordable. That's for sure. I'd be curious to see what the fuel economy would be like with this, though, with 35s in the Tundra, because the stock fuel economy, you know, averages 19 is what the window sticker says. But with 35s, I mean, that surely has to be lower. But yeah, good torque. I said this in my other lifted Tundra review that this truck has no problem with moving 35s. This new V6 is fantastic. I actually like it more than Ford's EcoBoost. I know that's sacrilege to some people, but what I feel between the two engines is it seems like this develops the torque at a lower RPM, so you don't have to get into the throttle as much. The EcoBoost, it feels like you have to kind of wring it out a little bit more. It's not bad, but it's just kind of, you know, a feature of the EcoBoost, it seems. But aside from that, I mean, it's pretty normal. I feel like the double, excuse me, I feel like the double cab, I said random hiccup. I feel like the double cab doesn't, with the long bed, doesn't drive as well as the crew cab. Maybe it's just because the weight difference, right? This is more bed than truck cab, so it's not going to weigh as much. Just interesting. I'm going to turn that off. It's like, why is it getting so loud? But yeah, I'd say it drives well. Suspension overall is pretty dang good. I mean, there might be a slight difference with this compared to stock, but again, the bigger tires kind of negate any harshness you might get from the suspension because things are stretched out a little bit, right? Yeah, the torque's really solid. Again, no problem whatsoever. This engine is fantastic. I'm so excited to see this engine in the new Lexus GX 550 because that's going to be the smallest, it's Lexus, but smallest Toyota, right? That'll have that engine, this engine in it. Because I mean, this moves the truck so well. So smaller vehicle with this engine, yeah, I think it's going to be quite incredible at the driving. But yeah, I think this is a solid build. I think this is the Tundra. I've kind of talked about this. I think that unless you're getting a TRD Pro because you want the cool looks and the Fox shocks and all that, I think this is the Tundra to go for because these seats are really nice. They have a durable feel to them, like they're gonna last a long time, and you still get the cool steering wheel. Like you have a nice steering wheel. You've got all the safety tech. You've got the 360 camera system. You've got heated seats, right? Who needs cold seats, right? You just get window tint like this has, and that negates the need for cold seats. Dual zone climate, and yeah, it doesn't have like the nice soft touch leather trim you get on the more loaded up packages on the dash and everything, but who cares? Again, this is gonna hold up better than leather over the long term anyways. And so yeah, I think this is a great package to get in general, the SR5. But yeah, lifting it, yeah, I mean, it's a good package to go for, and then it just makes the cost of entry a lot more affordable. Because I mean, what the limited that I reviewed, I think that one started at like $60-something thousand, and then after lift and everything, you're looking at over 70. So yeah, this is quite a bit more affordable. And I guess the final test is I'll show you guys going up the curb here. This thing can do some stuff. And also, I forgot to mention, this doesn't feel too like cumbersome to drive around, even though it's got a little bit of negative offset. It's not an insane amount of negative offset, and so it's not like you feel like you're so wide that you can't fit in parking spaces very well, and that you're gonna, you know, constantly clip things on the sides. Sometimes some vehicles with big negative offset feel that way. I guess we'll see if we can get over this. And what are we in, two-wheel drive right now? Got to take it slow though. Not our truck. Look at that, 35s. 35s. Just slow crawling. And then this is where you can use the camera system. Look at that. And by the way, this might not be impressive to some of you watching this. You can see these are like little rocks. They're very slick. Like they're not good. They're not great for traction. I mean, this would not be a surface I would want to be on if it was steep, if that makes sense. It's their little Moab display. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. 35s for the Tundra are overpowered. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this build. But I think this is a cool build, and I'm glad they did 18-inch wheels and not freaking 20s or 22s or whatever. But let me know what you think.